Hello viewers, it is your favorite spoiler from the recap room. For more updates, stay tuned and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you. In Course Correction, Episode 7 of Dexter Resurrection, Dexter unleashes his dark passenger to an unprecedented degree, ultimately leading to the death of David Dastmalchian's two-person Gemini Killer. At Prater's retreat, Dexter is freed under the pretense of being red, which keeps Prater and Charley from becoming suspicious. In Dexter Resurrection Episode 7, Dexter's lore is remarkably brought to the fore. He relates the discovery of Harrison covered in Rita's blood in Season 4 to Prater's disclosure of his parents' deaths. Just before he stabs him in the neck with a shattered wine glass, he also tells one half of the Gemini Killer about his brother, Brian Moser, also known as the Ice Truck Killer. In Episode 7, Dexter made it clear that he was sick of playing it safe when he told Harry early in the season. Dexter, who had gained Prater's favor by killing Gareth's twin brother in broad daylight, faced Batista in a fashion that virtually proved he was the real Bay Harbour Butcher. Additionally, Dexter acts a little rashly when he first meets Detective Wallace at the criminology school Harrison is considering. It's hard to imagine Dexter would be so bold as to approach her after her talk on the New York Ripper and offer a tip regarding the blood spatter analysis. The fact that Harrison is considering a profession in criminal justice after everything is both appropriate and ironic. It's intriguing to see him potentially follow in the Morgan family's footsteps by becoming a police officer, even if he appears to have accepted the fact that he killed Rain Foster. Dexter's unexpected duties as Harrison's father produce an intriguing demonstration of his humanity. Even though he is emotionally deficient, as Wallace describes him in her lecture, he informs Harrison that his feelings for Harrison are unique. This provides intriguing insight into this older Dexter, who is particularly irritated by Prater, Gemini, and Rapunzel as they leave to watch Rapunzel's murderous film. Even though Dexter has undergone some significant changes throughout this series, particularly in Episode 7, they are a logical progression of his personality, despite the fact that they somewhat depart from the icy, mask-wearing Dexter that fans have adored for years. Even while Dexter's vulnerability and audacity may not sit well with everyone, this development makes sense and is fascinating at this stage of resurrection. Even though Dexter presents himself as a man who has come back to life, it's possible that he assisted Wallace in cracking the most significant case of her career, that of the New York Ripper. Because he was in Prater's vault, Dexter suggests that the Ripper's murder weapon has a hook on the end rather than a crowbar. This lends more credence to the idea that Jonah Mitchell, the son of the Trinity Killer, is the New York Ripper. When Dexter arrives at Blessing's house, Batista's chase of him in Resurrection soon intensifies, and the drive back to Batista's hotel becomes quite intense. The sentence, "surprise, hermano," was just the right one. When Batista said it, it seemed as though Doak's ghost was hovering over his shoulder. Now that the gloves are off between Dexter and Batista, Dexter may face a very challenging moral dilemma during the final 3 episodes of Season 1 of Resurrection. Since Batista does not fulfill Harry's code, we know Dexter cannot kill him, but, if Batista targets Harrison again, maybe a protective father modification will be added. As evidenced by that terrifying final vehicle scene involving him and Batista, Dexter has become more ambitious and reckless in the real world as a result of letting his dark passenger roam among Prater's social circle. In a spectacular move, Dexter pushes his old pal out of his car and threatens Batista to back off. By the end of Dexter Resurrection, Batista is set up for an unhappy fate because it seems like neither of them would back down as Dexter drives out into the Manhattan night while Angel's AirPods track his location. Thanks for watching, stay tuned for more updates.